Okay, we've got Farmer Pastor out to pasture. Farmer Katie is going to be our horse expert. We'll hear a few things from her. These are Percherons, workhorses. Listen for their hoofs. Wow, they're beautiful. They're just beautiful.
Buster Wolf. Stand. Bud. Ooh. Stand. Stand. Bud, step up. Step up. Buster Wolf. Buster, stand. Buster, step up.
Good boy. Okay, I got the gate.
Oh no, leave it open.
Okay. Man, I'm trying to get hired. Look at the size of this horse.
And these are the smallest horses that we have on the farm.
Ah.
Here we have Bud and Buster. They are Belgian draft horses. Now, way back before our farmers had tractors, they had to use horses to do all of the heavy lifting on the farm. They would take them out to plow their fields or even help with logging, pulling big heavy logs out of the woods. They had a really important job to help the farmer with all of that heavy lifting. But if we want them to work for us, then we also have to take care of them. So we're gonna make sure that when we're working around these guys, since they're so big, we wanna be safe. And what we need to do to get them ready for a work day is brush them. So over here, I have a whole bunch of different brushes that I can use. We have our body brushes, which we use, where we brush in the direction of the hair to help pull everything off the top of their coat. We have curry combs that we can take in a circular motion to help bring the dirt up to the surface of their hair. We have shedding blades because over the winter our horses are going to grow a thick, heavy coat. But then we don't want to wear our winter coats in the middle of summer. So what we can use this blade and brush it across to get all of that loose hair that they're shedding out for the summer. So they can help cool them down so they're not so uncomfortable. And the very last thing we have is a mane and tail brush, which just like you boys and girls will use, you just go through their mane, starting at the bottom and working your way up to brush out their mane and tail. But when we're working with these guys, they are so big. They're about 1,600 to 2,000 pounds apiece. So when we're working with these guys, we want to make sure we're safe. So if I'm down here brushing his legs, I want to make sure I stay on my feet the whole time. So if he moves, I can get out of the way. I never want to sit on the ground. And these guys also have very powerful back legs that could kick us. So if we're going to move from one side of the horse to the other, we want to make sure we walk all the way around the back. So that way I'm never in a dangerous place. And then if I wanted to go to the other side of my horse with the front, I don't want to get in between him and whatever he is tied to. So I'd have to make the same big circle all the way around the front.
Okay.
Yep. And then one more thing we do is called a hoof pick. And what this is for, if you've ever walked around and you got a rock in your shoe, it can be uncomfortable for our horses to have something stuck in their foot. So we can ask our horse to pick up their foot. We'll see if he does it for us.
You might want to get a little closer, Karen, so you can get this.
And then we can go ahead and pick out all that dirt that's in the bottom of his foot. And just like you boys and girls will wear a shoe, so do our horses. This is a nice big metal piece called a horseshoe. And what that does is it helps when he's walking across rocks and sticks and doing all that heavy lifting. It helps protect his hoof, which is kind of like our fingernails that need to be trimmed and filed down and properly cared for in order for them to do all this hard work. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to give these guys a really good brush before we get them harnessed.
I'm going to